Hello, I'm Delusion Dispeller, back to talk to you more about generalized anxiety disorder and traits of narcissism. Alright, so people with, I was talking about narcissists and how they catastrophize when they're trying to make somebody look bad to convince themselves, the narcissist, that they made a mistake. So they'll play up the victim's mistakes to be larger than life in order to justify defaming them, replacing them, and cutting them out of their lives. That was just kind of a continuation of the tail end of the last thing I was talking about. So now moving along, people with generalized anxiety disorder tend to have a hard time waiting for people to make decisions. They want results yesterday, and waiting can make them feel very uneasy, nervous, scared, and apprehensive. So if you show even a bit of hesitation in ordering in a restaurant or letting them know what your plan is for the day, you'll notice them become very edgy and angry with you. A person with generalized anxiety disorder that has to wait for something, they may fidget in their chair physically. They may say something to you like, well, come on, hurry up, it shouldn't be that hard to make a decision. Just figure it out. I mean, you should have known this already. What is the matter? Why is this taking so long? And they'll tap their foot, they'll tap a pencil, they're fidgety, jittery, and it makes them nervous to have to wait. They're very high energy people because they're very hyper vigilant. They're very on edge a lot of the time. They can make you feel very uneasy if you're somebody that's laid back and likes to take your time, because they do not want to take time unless they may be decompressing at times where their anxiety has gotten to the point where they can't handle it, so they'll pull away and decompress, and they'll just kind of sit and zone out, watch TV or whatever it is they do to chill. But most of the time they're very much on edge, and they get very irritated with you if you don't have immediate answers. Now, people with narcissistic personality disorder traits do not like having patience with you making decisions either. But in their case, it's because they see people that are not able to make decisions as indecisive and as morons and not worthy to be in their presence, and that they will make them look bad, and they will not make the right decisions that will make them, shine above the rest. So if you can't make up your mind and you're with a narcissist, you are not worthy to be walking on the ground next to them, or to breathe the same air they breathe. They would rather be with someone who has an exact plan to make them look awesome, that will not fail or make them look stupid or even make them look normal, like on the same level with other people, because they always have to be up here. They're not status quo. They always have to look better, and their ideas have to appear better, and they always have to be better, 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 and especially the best. So if you look stupid or unprepared in the narcissist's eye, then you should have never been born, basically. So yeah, they will be very impatient with you. You will hear them say things like, you stupid moron, why is it taking you so darn long? You're so slow. What's the matter with you? Can't you do anything right? This should have been done an hour ago. Why didn't you know I wanted coffee? Do I have to tell you everything? You should know me by now. I mean, stuff like that. They're just rude and nasty people at times. So that's the difference in the motive behind the impatience with the two disorders. There are some symptoms that both people with GAD, generalized anxiety disorder, and narcissistic personality disorder may share. Physical symptoms as well as other symptoms. So let's go over some of these. First of all, they both can have physical aches and pains like headaches, stomach upset, high blood pressure, stress-related disorders, short-fused, like quick temper, snappy, shakiness, restlessness, hypervigilance, which if somebody here does not understand what hypervigilance is, that means that they are always on the ready. They automatically assume you meant some harm to them, and they will snap on you. They will lash out at you to the point where you're like, what did I say? What did I do? No, that's not what I meant. Where did you get that idea from? You may say something to them, and they automatically assume that you are out to get them. You may say, so were you planning on getting that laundry done? And a normal person without these disorders would say, yeah, I plan on getting to it as soon as my program's over. Well, somebody with generalized anxiety disorder, when you say, well, were you planning on getting that laundry done soon? They will say, Well, yeah, what do you think? I mean, of course I am. Why did you think I wouldn't do that? I mean, did you think I was just going to neglect it like the last time? You know, you don't let anything go. You hold my past against me all the time. Just because I forgot it one time doesn't mean that I'm going to forget it every single stinking time. I mean, you exaggerate everything. You just assume that I'm not going to do my duty. You don't believe in me. You know, I don't like the fact that you don't trust me to do what I need to do. I know it's my chore. Why are you getting on me about it? That's hypervigilance. People with generalized anxiety disorder react to that in that way a lot. People with GAD and narcissism will often have sleep disorders. They have trouble sleeping, or they have insomnia where, you know, they're up all night. Some of them oversleep as an escape, but usually it's more, from what I've seen and heard, it's more trouble sleeping, being too hyper-stimulated to actually settle their mind enough to sleep. Panic disorders are very common in both of these disorders. Just that feeling of, oh my gosh, what if something's going to go wrong? What if I say this wrong? What if I do this wrong? What if they make me look bad? There's always this what if going on in their head. I've got to react. I've got to stop them. I've got to fix this. I've got to do that. It's like this endless diatribe, however you say that word, I think it's diatribe, of constant worry and fear. So stay tuned. I'll talk